Good morning and welcome to a regular meeting of a panel of utility commissioners and staff of the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority held today, Wednesday, November 6th at 10 a.m. by remote teleconference. My name is Chairman Marissa Gillette. I'm joined virtually today by my colleagues, the Vice Chairman Jack Bukowski and Commissioners Michael Karen and David Arconti. We have a regular calendar and a consent calendar in front of us today. The first item on today's regular calendar is docket number 240501, this year's Energy Affordability Annual Review, and we will turn to our staff member, Jenna Viagras, to present the decision for the panel's consideration, please.
Good morning, Chairman Gillette, Vice Chairman Bukowski, Commissioner Karen, and Commissioner Arconti. In this decision, the authority approves with modifications the 2024 to 2025 program year arrearage forgiveness plan developed by the Connecticut Light and Power Company and Yankee Gas Services Company doing business as Eversource Energy, the United Illuminating Company, the Southern Connecticut Gas Company, and Connecticut Natural Gas Corporation. The authority conducts an annual energy affordability review proceeding that incorporates a review of the company's arrearage forgiveness plan, among other energy affordability offerings and programs. Today's decision marks the conclusion of this year's review. This decision modifies electric and gas arrearage forgiveness programs and collections practices in order to simplify offerings and help customers successfully pay down arrearages while balancing the cost impact to all ratepayers. First, the authority establishes modifications to the matching payment program to comply with Section 30 of Public Act 23-102, an act strengthening protections for Connecticut's consumers of energy. Further, the authority confirms the cessation of the electric utility voluntary arrearage programs, Eversource's New Start and UI's bill forgiveness program, to streamline customer offerings and reduce confusion. Finally, this decision reviews the company's collections and wage garnishment practices and determines that modifications are necessary to address changed conditions from the end of the COVID-19 pandemic and rising uncollectibles. As such, the decision increases payments to avoid shutoff for non-financial hardship customers, allows the companies to resume legal collections activities for all residential customers, and allows wage garnishment activities for residential customers at or above 75% of the state median income. In an effort to improve customer communications, the authority and stakeholders collaboratively developed an energy affordability customer communications working group with an associated charter that will launch in January 2025. Co-facilitated by the Eversource and Avangrid companies, this stakeholder working group will review the company's voice of the customer initiatives and general energy affordability communications language, among other items as needed. Staff recommend approval of the decision in docket number 240501. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
I move adoption.
I second.
Thank you. The decision has been regularly moved and seconded. If there are no comments, I would ask Mr. Bumpin to please take the roll.
Commissioner Arconti,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Chairman Gillette.
Yes. Thank you. The decision has been adopted. We'll turn next to docket number 240803, the annual non-residential renewable energy solutions program review for year 4. Turn to authority staff member Brandon Kavanaugh to present the decision for the panel's consideration, please.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, Chair Gillette, Commissioner Bukowski, Commissioner Karen, and Commissioner Arconti. The final decision in docket number 240803, Annual Non-Residential Renewable Energy Solutions Program Review Year 4, enacts programmatic changes to the Non-Residential Renewable Energy Solutions Program to ensure that the program is best aligned with the program objectives. Pursuant to Public Act 19-35, the authority developed a non-residential clean energy program titled Non-Residential Renewable Energy Solutions, or NRES, so that Connecticut ratepayers could benefit from commercial Class 1 renewable energy projects. Since its inception almost 3 years ago, the NRES program has resulted in the execution of over 225 megawatts of non-residential solar agreements statewide, and this figure excludes the recent solicitation this past August. The annual review process for the NRES program was first established in a final decision dated June 30th, 2021 in docket number 200701 and today's decision marks the conclusion of the year 4 review of the NRES program. The NRES program changes outlined in today's decision will further the program objectives, including but not limited to deploying the full megawatt capacity allowable under statute, encouraging increased inclusivity, and ensuring least cost outcomes through the solicitation process. First, the decision establishes price caps and bid preferences for project bids received in calendar year 2025 for both the commercial buy-all and netting tariffs. Considering stakeholder comments and year 3 bid solicitation data, the decision maintains existing price caps and bid preferences. This decision also addresses several legislative changes this year with impacts on the NRES program. First, based on Public Act 2143, an act concerning a just transition to climate protective energy production and community investment, the decision requires project bidders to affirmatively acknowledge their understanding of the requirements set forth in Public Act 2143. This affirmation supports the NRES program objectives by promoting a workforce that is fairly compensated and adequately trained, and by achieving community support for projects. Second, Public Act 2431, an act concerning solar projects throughout the state, permits the NRES program to exceed the total cap on available megawatts beginning in 2025, provided that the aggregate project compensation does not exceed the compensation for projects selected in 2024. Given the importance of maximizing deployed solar capacity in the most cost-effective manner, which supports program objectives 2 and 3, this decision allocates any excess capacity available for an EDC to award in program year 4 to the lowest price bid within the respective EDC's service territory. Third, Public Act 24-151, Section 173, required the authority to initiate a docket by January 1, 2025 to develop a program to encourage the installation of solar photovoltaic systems and energy storage systems at public schools. Accordingly, the authority expanded the scope of this year's NRES proceeding to develop an offering in accordance with Public Act 24-151, Section 173. The authority affirmed that the annual 25 megawatt cap for the school program offering would be incremental to the NRES program's existing annual 110 megawatt cap, and interpreted this 25 megawatt cap to apply only to solar. This decision creates a distinct NRES school category with an annual capacity of up to 25 megawatts and directs bids to be awarded on a first-ready basis. Specifically, bids including a completed pre-application checklist alongside an application that is complete and meets all program requirements will be awarded under the 25 megawatt capacity until the 25 megawatt capacity has been filled. To accommodate a non-competitive auction approach, the decision sets a fixed buy-all price for the solar component of school category projects at $188.90 per megawatt hour, the same as the buy-all price cap for the NRES medium zero emission category. School solar projects can also benefit in the form of an adder from locating in distressed municipalities or brownfield sites, or including a canopy or carport. Finally, the decision makes several other important changes to further the program objectives, including the approval of definitions for brownfield and parcel, the requirement that low data be tracked, the requirement that all language referencing the small zero emission category project selection process be clarified, and the determination that joint procurement will not be pursued at this time. With that, the staff recommend approval of the final decision in docket number 240803. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
Chair, move adoption.
Thank you. Is there a second? I can second. So the decision has been regularly moved and seconded. If there are no comments, I will have Mr. Bumpin please take the roll.
Commissioner Arconti,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bitkowski,
Yes.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes, the decision has been adopted. We'll turn next to the consent calendar, in which there are 7 items. Is there a motion, please?
Mr. Chairman, I'll move today's consent calendar.
Second, Madam Chairman.
Thank you. The consent calendar has been regularly moved and seconded. And Mr. Bumpin, please take the roll.
Commissioner Arconti,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bitkowski,
Yes.
Chairman Gillette.
Yes. Thank you. That brings us to the consent calendar has been adopted, and that brings us to the end of today's regular meeting agenda. we will adjourn. There is no regular meeting scheduled for next week. The next meeting we have scheduled is a special meeting on 10 a.m. on Monday, November 18th. So we will adjourn until then.